So I think we are live right now.
Okay, good.
Hi, my name is Christian, and this is Nigel. And in this live session, we will try to make our back translation tool live. We created this tool during the last 3 sessions, and this tool is um, relatively simple right now translation tool, which can translate text from any language to any other language depending on the underlying AI model. The extra thing is that it is using back translation, which means that first it translates to the target language, and then it translates the result back without knowing, in a separate AI call. We translate the result back without knowing the original one, and then we issue a third call to the AI and ask it for a quality review. And if it says pass, then that means that the meaning is essentially the same. So the original and the back translated both are in the source language, which you can as a user also check manually without knowing the target language. If you see that it's the same, then the translation was great. So I think that this is an important um, feature of a translation tool and not very common. So that's why we decided to go in that direction, and here we are after 3 short sessions. Last time we had an issue, so the session was a bit abruptly, and it ended a bit abruptly, and that was because my computer just restarted. I'm not sure what was the issue. We have other yeah, but back that session we had other issues too, so still after 3 sessions we are here. It's working, hopefully. So let's enter some text. This is what we used. It's from a real use case. Currently you have manually entered the source and the target. Let's use Afrikaans as the target, and let's translate. It takes some time because this is not a very quick model. It's a huge language model with 335 billion parameters. So this is the translated text, and the back translated is also here. And now you can check. So yeah, the UI is not really ready for that, but you can check that this is the same that you entered. So this is the back translated one. This was the original, and you can manually check it. Of course, we should fix the layout. This is the very first one generated by an AI, and the quality review says that it's the same. So this is how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
I think my son's going to fall in love with this because he does Afrikaans in school. It's his second language.
Great.
And oftentimes he has to express himself. And one of the things that learners do when they're learning a language, they think in their original language, their source language, Hungary, for example, and then in their brain they try to convert it to English
Yeah.
until you know when you're getting better at a language when you're thinking in the language that you want to speak in. So he's still bouncing around with this idea. So this will be a great tool for students to double check, if they're
For
doing a second
beginners,
language and things like that.
for
So
beginners, I
brilliant.
think, that
Yeah,
can be
well done.
helpful. Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's the first real use case. My original goal was to support document translation, so long text which are inside the document with images and other type of media maybe, and you have to translate only the text without distorting the whole document. So that was my original idea. But I think that this very simple state where we are is already useful. So that that's why we decided to to go live. Now the only issue is that we don't know how, how to do that. Of course, I did something like that several times, but my way of doing is to fire up a Unix server somewhere and deploy it to there, and we can do that surely. But I'm just not sure that
Okay.
this is the easiest way, you know. So maybe for now, we may start with some research of how to deploy something like that. So let's check the software itself. It's a simple Python program. We created it with Cursor, and let's just so
Can
yeah.
Sorry, just a quick one, Christian. Can you explain to the listeners, when you say you want to make it live, what that means for those
Yeah,
who
yeah, yeah.
may not
I
understand?
wanted, so currently it works on my computer. So this is my browser, and the URL I'm using it. So the address is, you know, this number, which is the IP address of my computer. So we say that it runs locally on my
Okay.
computer. It's only accessible from my computer or the computers in my house. And and what I wanted to do to enter something like transback.ai. Not sure if that's available, and if not, if so, and maybe it's available. So you go there and you get the same thing. So that's the goal. Um,
Thank. Sorry, I'm interrupting you here. I think this is an excellent learning point, like I learned now. So while you're busy teaching and showing us, when there's a learning point, if it's okay, I'd like to explain to the listeners. I love what you said. What is local and what is live? So I wrote it down on
yeah,
my
great.
notes here. So at
Yeah,
least that's a learning point. So if you can help us,
absolutely.
Christian, it's a lot of the language you're using, and a lot of the things that you're doing is common to you simply because you
Yeah,
do this every day. So every now and then, dumb it down, as Americans say,
yeah.
you
Please
know, dumb it down
stop
for
me,
us.
and ask. Yeah, that was a really great
Yeah.
question. What is live? You know, yeah, live
Yeah.
is yeah, being alive. Yeah. Uh,
Cool. Thank you.
okay. Yes. So live is when it's accessible from the internet. Yeah. And first of all, we need a name for it, and maybe start with that. .ai names are a bit expensive, but we can check. So I usually started by maybe just entering .ai, and we can no, .ai domain. It's called a domain. Yeah, again, you know, you need to know that. And for example, at Cloudflare, you can buy AI domains with no edit fees, they say. So we selected the name Transback. Do you still like this name?
Trends. What was it again?
Transback. Transback.
So just a funny thing there. Uh, the word "bek" in Afrikaans is normally describes the animal's mouth.
Ah,
So if you say mond means mouth for a human being, but a
mm-hmm.
beck normally refers to an animal's mouth.
Ah,
So
interesting.
we're gonna be talking like animals
Yeah.
is what it could mean. So I think
Uh-huh.
Transbeck sounds cool. But in Polish, I mean, in sorry, I'm saying Polish. In Hungary, Transbeck means what do you
Nothing.
think?
Yeah.
Nothing really.
Nothing
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Okay.
We
Transbeck.
can think about other names too. It doesn't say if AI is available.
Oh, Transbeck. BACK. Yes.
BACKE. Yeah.
Ah, I thought
Transback.
you said Transbeck. BEK. But it's no
Mm.
problem at all.
Not no problem with. Yeah, okay, but that AI seems like it's not available. I'm not sure if.
So if you see me fiddling around, my wife just brought me a cup of coffee, which I'm very
Mm-hmm.
grateful for. But it's extremely strong, and because I'm trying to battle drinking sweet stuff, there's no sugar in it. So now I'm trying
Uh-huh.
to find scratch around my disk for sugar, and it's all gone. So if my face looks sad, it's not you or the or those listening. It's just
Yeah.
the strong coffee.
Yeah, seems like that AI is available, but it's a bit too much for us, I
Okay.
think, right now. Maybe we don't need to go with the AI ending. Not sure if there is a domain name for translation. Domain ending, domain for translation.
Tell us why you have to have a name, an AI domain name. Can you please explain that to us?
Yeah, you don't need an AI ending domain name. You can use a .com or something like that. You just need a name because you
Okay.
need something for your clients to enter, you know. Uh,
Okay.
Technically, we can go with a number too. You know, there are the so-called IP numbers, which
Yes.
but that would be a bit odd, I think, today. But let's check something. Yeah, I
You know, would have
trans.
also been a nice name, Unitrans, because Universal Translation Tool, but Unitrans could be a company name, so I don't know
That
how that works.
yeah, even transback.com is not available, it seems, and no, I don't think that Unitrans is something that is too common. Even in Hungary, there are several names with that. Yeah, with that in its name, so it's hard to find something that is available.
Do you remember Star Wars, or was it who's the
Yeah,
other guys? Star Wars, and what was the other? My family will kill me because I can't remember the name. It was Star Wars and the one who used to say "Beam me up, Scotty." Remember they used to start. Then Motorola made this device, the flip phone. Not Star Wars. It's the other guys. Star Trek. Star Trek. They used to have a communicator where they can go anywhere in the world and they can communicate from an alien world. I don't know if that will help you in finding a name.
oh, sorry, I lost you. I just checked the name on the internet while you spoke. Sorry. Could you
No
please
problem.
say again?
Yeah, yeah. I said trans. I'm what I'm saying now. Uh, mm, uh, Star Trek had a
Uh,
communicator device. I don't know what it was called.
oh,
And then eventually that inspired I think, inspired the Motorola V series, if I'm not mistaken, the flip phone.
yeah.
Remember they used to have this thing flip
Yeah.
and you could talk to anyone and whatever. Then they had the thing around the neck, like a dog's chain or whatever, a dog's
Mm-hmm.
collar, and you could speak in your language
Ah,
and it converts the language into someone else's. So yeah, I think they
yeah.
would. I think Star Trek will be interested in your
Yeah.
product.
Maybe we are at our fourth session, so maybe at at the session 10 or 20, maybe we can go there. You know,
Yes.
yeah. It's hard. So finding a name is hard, and especially if you have to pay for it,
Yeah.
and
Let's use a number if you want, whatever number you're comfortable with.
no,
Hopefully, no one
but
else uses it, and then we
yeah,
can change it later on. Maybe.
no, yeah, that, but yeah. So in that case, yes, we can. Yeah, we can do that. We don't really need the number. It's true. Yeah, at the
Yeah.
beginning, yeah, having a name, it's an extra. Yeah, you can just go. Yeah, let's go with the other direction. Yeah, it's I maybe I'm still too professional. Yeah, it seems. Yeah. Because the real question is how you go live, and let's ask so yeah, we don't really name, we don't really have to stick at the name at, right now. We are at a too early stage, so let's just ask ChatGPT. Oh, 5.1, there is a new model in ChatGPT. Hopefully it works. Let's just ask it how to deploy a Python program easily. Python API, Python, yeah, API easily. The question says deploying is when you make it live. When you
Okay.
move to live.
Great.
Wow, I think it's not. think of it like setting up a tiny roadside food store instead of opening a forest. This model is great. Fly.io or render. Yeah, let's check them. If you want no Docker, I don't want to use Docker. If you want fully self-hosted, Ubicorn, Caddy, yeah, but I think we are already using Ubicorn for apps. Let's use drop Python functions. Okay, yeah, let's check what we already have. So we are using Flask. Yeah, we are using this is how we are created the API. It was the decision of the AI. What's file web unicorn app push to GitHub connect railway deploy. Wow, that's I never did something like that. So it says that it will be very easy if you choose the right path. Yeah, great. Let's keep it simple and pick the two easiest deployment styles that don't drag you into DevOps hell. Wow. And the absolute easiest railway. You push your repo. Yeah, we don't really have a repo yet, but we will do one. We will create one. Repo is a repository where you store your code, your program. Railway detects it's Python, it runs your Flask up. So your API might look like, I think it looks like this. Add requirements and a procs file. What is a procs file? Okay. Okay. Go with railway. What is a procs file? I don't know what that is. I think sorry. I think we just need to create a file that is named like this, procs file, and enter. It's just a tiny text file that tells the platform how to start your app. Okay, so let's do that. Maybe these I'm going in a wrong direction again. Maybe we just need to ask the agent to set this up for railway deploying. It said it's railway, so I think it will. Let's see what happens. I think it will create that file that ChatGPT talked about, and let's see if it really happens. Yeah, so it's so Railway is a service where which you can use to deploy your simple Python applications like this. I never did something like that because I usually not working in Python, or if I do it, I deploy it a bit more involved way. Yeah, and so yeah, it created this process file and wrote the thing into it, updating the requirements. Yeah, what it said, so we need it, and updates the API. It even creates some railway.json. That's something ChatGPT didn't talk about. Then keep ignoring things. Yeah, we don't have a repo, so we need a repository. A repository is where you store the source code. It's usually it's created using a program called Git or JIT. I'm not sure how to say it out in English. It's GIT. We are in Hungarian. We say it Git, and GitHub is a service using this software and extending it in a way, and it's really a hub for developers. Most of the open source software of the world are currently on GitHub, and so we also need to go to GitHub right now. I think with this software in order to push your code to GitHub or your Git provider. Go to Railway and create a new project. Okay, so let's start with the first one, push your code to GitHub. First we need a git ignore file. A git ignore file says to Git what should, okay, it's already created. Great. Okay, so keep all, and let's open GitHub.
Is this also open source product?
Which what?
GitHub?
GitHub, no. GitHub is currently a Microsoft product. It was
Okay.
it never, Git itself is open source, but GitHub is a service and it's not open source, absolutely not. In our case, it's also an interesting question if we want this to be open source. Right now, I think what we are doing should be open source. But later, if we want to make money from it, then we need to think about how to do that. And so I just log into GitHub. I need my authenticator application on my phone, because in this computer I was not logged in. Okay, so I'm in, and now we create a new repository. It's called, let's call it transback. Okay, we can do that later. We just create the repo, visibility public. We don't need a readme. We need it empty. So we create an empty repository. And now it says how we need to set up. So if you already have some existing code, then okay, you need Git init. Sorry, I will start the music. Yeah, so let's enter Git init here. It just creates a local repository, so now everything will be managed by Git itself. And then go back, and so Git, yeah, okay, it's not exactly what we need. Maybe we just need to, there is a Git tab here, so I just need to add all our changes and say that initial commit, that is the first commit we are doing. We committing what we have to the Git. Yeah, and let's say we are on branch main, so we just publish the branch. It wants to sign in because we are inside the cursor here, and it says that we need a personal access token. That will be not easy. Oh, that's it opened in another, continue with Google. It opened in another session of my yeah, here I need another. Yeah, so I need to log in again. I hope I will be able to log in. No. Seems like I cannot. Okay, it cannot read my fingerprint, so we have an issue here. Let's try again. Then let's say he git push here. Yeah, that's really annoying. The issue is that it wants to connect to GitHub automatically, but it opened the another, there is a URL to open a web address, and it opened in another session. I'm using two different Gmail account in two different browsers, and it opened in the wrong one. But I think I will be able to do it differently. But yeah, so let's just go to another direction. Here it says that you should git remote add origin. It means that here we saying git is a bit complicated. Here we saying that we want to push, so we have the code in my computer, and now we want it to be synchronized with GitHub, and this is exactly where to synchronize. This is what we have created, and hopefully this way it will work, because now it can use my SSH key, which I hope is configured. Yeah. So now we use a different method, so and now it's on GitHub. So right now it should be available in GitHub. So the code is here. Yeah, here are translate py, API py, everything is here. There is even a small, README where you can read how to use it. Okay, and right now the next step is, it says that we should go to Railway, which I go to Railway and create a new project. Okay. It's just called railway.com, but again in a wrong browser. So here I go to railway.com. I never use this, but let's say deploy a new project from a GitHub repository. It looks very easy. Login with GitHub. Okay. So I want to allow the Railway app to act on my behalf and see my email address. Let's do that. It looks like magic, isn't it? At the end, there will be a running system. Hopefully, it's not so easy, because yeah, we will see. Do you have
something like this that can work with our bank account, that we put some money in there? This is where you will make us all rich, and it invests for us automatically, checks the market. It increases our money by 100% every day. Whenever you create this tool, I think you'll have a lot of subscribers or people wanting to know how to do that. So let's start with the language, and we'll end up with something that you could multiply our bank account like magic.
Yeah,
yes?
that would be great. Yeah. We still need to figure out how to connect those magical services on the internet for that. At least I have to say that I will not run crypto mining and other things, including anything illegal. Not sure if what you are describing is.
Well, I just want us to, like a professional consultant thing, where it tells us invest now, and then when you watch these movies, when a plane is about to crash, they say pull up. Have you heard that? Because you're too close to the ground. So something that will wake you up at 2 o'clock in the morning and says, sell your shares now. In the next 24 hours, it's going to crash or whatever. So if we could predict the future, we'll all be, to some small degree, if we could predict the future an hour in advance at a time, if you are an investor, I think it's a huge tool. But I know you're creating it secretly, so yeah, but we won't mention it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, so I allow it to a selected repository. We called it transback. It has some issues. It just run indefinitely, but seems like I need to configure it a bit further and allow it to access this repository we just created. Hopefully that helps. So let's say night 8. Oh, it just deployed. Yeah, great. But without code, it won't start. Let's say so. It says it's building. There are variables. That's, I think, what we need. Service variables is a variable. Yeah, it's an environment variable. So we need to create a new one and name it. How do we name it? Maybe OpenAI API key or something like that. Open router API key. We need an API key for it in order for the system to be able to communicate with, and for that I need to. I cannot show it to our listeners because then it's just a secret, you know. If I show it publicly, then anyone can use it, and it will. That's not a great idea. So I copy it here. Okay, I just pasted it here. And okay, I'm back. So deployment active. Yeah, I think we need to restart it because I have said, are you sure you want to restart? Restart your container. Okay, let's restart. And how can we access it? Active, how to access it? Oh, here are the logs. Yeah. Here is it. Here I just click it and wow, it's there. You can, let's see if it works. Does it work? Oh, API key not set, so it's not fully working, but something is. In the meantime, I share it in the. Not sure if I can share it in the chat. Live chat. There is nothing here. So then I send it to you, and at least you can use it. Do we still have some time? Maybe a bit. So I send it to you. Maybe if you can share it in the chat, then do it. If not, that's okay too. I don't think we have many users right now. We can share it later. Okay, and we lost ourselves. Yeah, we still need to improve our tech stack for the streaming, I guess. But let's continue. So we need to. It's not working right now because it says so the API started and it serves the index HTML, so the website. The website is already working, but for the underlying service, the translation service to work, we need to make sure that it can access the. I just lost in my. So where are we? There is no back here, and I cannot see other. Here we are. In a new. Okay. Okay. So here we are. there is some issue with the variables, I think. So let's try it again. I just never used this system, so I don't know where to click. It looks great. Oh, apply one change, deploy. What is this one change? Maybe the restart was not enough. Oh, it wasn't enough to. I thought that I need to restart in order for the environment variable I set the API key to be accessible by the software, by our software. But it was not enough. I had to click deploy. So let's try it again. Maybe this time it works. Yet. Deployment successful. I still need to understand what I'm seeing here. This time you can see that when I'm using new tools, I'm similarly lost than anyone else. So what is web? There is an active web production. Okay, it's great. We have variables. Open router API key. What is remote editor shared variable? Yeah, it should be available, and it's still. So let's restart and view the logs. Can I restart it? They are using Nix. That's great. Looks like a great system. Deploy logs, HTTP logs. Yeah. Here is restart. Restart. I would like to see our own logs. So where are no logs in this time region? Yeah, this is HTTP logs. I want to see the server logs that we have written. There are logs. Here. Yeah, that's there are a lot of logs, but I don't see our own logs. So the output of the tool. Oh yeah, no, it's somehow it magically seems like it's better, because now it says that we got an unauthorized for URL open router. It means that the API key is now set. It's just not working. So maybe I made a mistake, because previously it was that we have no API key. Now it says it's bad. Okay, so let's make a last try by, and I just cannot really see where we are in this. Okay, here are the variables. So again, I double check if what I entered is correct. It seems like correct. Yeah, it seems like correct. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I copied a bad one. I have several times in my secrets file, and maybe I made a mistake. Yes, I made a mistake. Okay, it could be. Okay, so I deploy again, and it's running. So I entered I entered the bad one, and now I still don't understand what it's needed for this variable that I have set to go there. But maybe we just need to wait, because now it says building, and it's running the build. So maybe we just were too quick trying out. So let's wait for it to end, and then let's ask again. Is it?
How long does it take, or is it something we won't know
Yes,
to build?
yes, it should be fast, but it depends on what exactly happens during the build. But now it's deploying, so I think it will end in a few seconds. Yes, let's try. Wow, it's működik. Yeah, does it work? Does it work? And the quality review says the same. So yeah, we are live. You can try out for yourself, and that's really a huge win, I think. Yeah, so all we needed was to create a repository on GitHub, put the source code there, then go to railway.com and configure it to use that repository. And that wasn't enough. That was enough for that is enough for a static a static server, or something that has no secrets. We had an issue, and I think half of the time was about this issue, setting up the Open Router API key. The Open Router is, the service we are using to access the AI. So this is an AI service, and we need this API key to access it. And we had to set up in Railway this API key, because it's a secret, and it's not so easy to set up secrets, because the software is open source, meaning that everything is open, anyone can see it on GitHub, but the key itself is a secret, so it needs to be managed separately, and we just did it. And now it works, and from now on it will be very easy for us to, when we make some new features, then publishing it will be easy on Railways. I think it will be a single click of a button, and everything will be refreshed.
So I'm very happy to tell you, I'm tried it now, and it just did a sentence thing, so that worked.
Great.
But the great news is, I am going to start learning Afrikaans to be able to be an Afrikaans tutor. And I'll be writing exams in June next year, so that I can prove to myself that I'm doing it. I've got a tutor that I'm working with off and on, but I'll formalize it more in this month. So now I have a tool to make sure that I'm not talking a whole lot of nonsense. Even when I'm talking with her, I'll have this open on the side, and I'll just, so she won't know that, and then she'll think I'm doing so well at teaching this guy. But it's going to be Transbec that's helping me in the background. I'm not going to tell her, just to see how it evolves. Yes.
Great.
And then she'll say, "But why then?" Because she can also. Okay, this isn't a naughty thing to say. I should be careful what I say here. She can give me a recommendation, because she's the certified, qualified Afrikaans teacher.
But that's,
I'm not. So I have to go and sit next to her, in a closed room for her to do an actual. But this will help. So to see if what I'm saying. So thank you so much.
Help learning.
Well done.
We will polish it a bit, like for example, with automatic language detection, and maybe speed it up a bit. And yeah, I think it will be a great tool. Yeah. And now you can be sure, even without know the target language deeply, you can be sure that what is there is really a good translation. Yeah, if the back translation is the same. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm very happy with our result today, and even my computer was able to run for an hour without restarting. Yeah, thank you very much.
Cool. See you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Okay, I need to find how to stop it, and